a crocheter, an Etsy seller, a craft beginner, and of course, I love the tagline, which is the crazy life of the crafter. That we must touch on.
Hi,
Hello.
how are
I'm
you?
so I promise to be as calm as possible. I'm so excited, as in I'm super excited to have you to have this chat with you. But I promise I won't misbehave. I'll be very calm. Good
No
day. I know
problem.
it's morning at your end. Good morning. Good
Good
day. How are
morning.
you
Good morning. I'm good. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm here. How are you?
doing? I'm okay. I'm good. As in having this chat alone has already kickstarted my excitement for the weekend. Um, One question. Do you
Mm.
sleep at all?
Um, a lot of people call it insomnia. I've had it for a
Hmm.
long time, but I don't call it that anymore. So when the days that I can't sleep, I keep myself busy and I try to sleep because of my health. Because
Yeah, you
the older you get, the more you can get high blood pressure. So I try to
yeah.
sleep, but I struggle with insomnia. So what can I do?
Hmm. Yes, sister. Because I know a lot of crafters,
Mm-hmm.
anytime, because I rarely sleep too. I work
Mm.
best at night. I
Yeah,
work best when the world is asleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's risky. It's not good. But
Um, I agree with
but
you, but I think the other risky part is not actually knowing yourself. For me, I've had it since I was in secondary school. I didn't know that was what it was, and I don't take pills, so I can go on for like a couple of weeks without good sleep. But then once it hits me, I can sleep the whole day. So it's like Obama said, there are a few of us that can operate very well with very little sleep. I'm one of them. I identify with that. But yeah, you should listen to your brain and to your body. I agree with you.
yeah, and I agree with you too, because I think you've made me see it from another angle. I said I was going to
Mm.
mention it to you. I've seen it because I've been able to relate with a lot of crafters. I see that
Mm.
even if I say, okay, before I forget this idea, let me share with them. 3 p.m. they are responding. 1 a.m. they're I said 3 p.m. 3 a.m. they are responding. 1 a.m. I'm like wondering. Oh, you don't sleep too. But
Yeah.
it is also good to understand your body. So even if you can sleep all day, and be awake all night. I think just
Mm.
for the body to get that rest that it needs.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
right. We'll find
Yeah.
a way to balance it out. Okay. I see the people are joining in. Or I know the crochet family will come here today. I know. You're welcome. I respect you guys. A couple of times I've tried it. Yeah, I did not get the calling. I don't get the calling for it, so I'm not forcing
It's not for
it. So
everybody. It's for select
it's
few.
not. Yeah, Bio. So we must celebrate you as you do it so that you will not stop doing it and you can inspire many more people to do it. All right, so we have the more people join us. Thank you very much for joining in. And like I love to do, and I'd love to introduce you, but it is always more interesting when it is heard from the person. So who is the Bisoye? Probably me. How would you want me to address you? Should I just call you Bisoye or how? Just
Anything.
give me the go ahead.
Anything you want to call me is good as long as you tell me it's me that you're talking about. So somebody don't
Oh,
worry.
okay.
Call me Bisoye is good. Let's use Bisoye for now.
Okay. All right then. So let's get to meet you. And by that I mean you're a crocheter, and I see that your own kind of crocheting, the items you crochet, it's like you're intentional about the items that you crochet. Take us into that part of you, like an introductory part of you. Who are you? What you do, and of course your choice of craft skills.
Well, I didn't start out like this. because I wasn't born this way. I aspired to be a medical doctor and ended up becoming an industrial chemist, and got to Canada going to 15, 18 years ago. So, and it was tough. It was tough, but then everybody was becoming accountants, and just like the normal thing, you get, and we all started studying for it. And I eventually got a job. It was a dream job, and I was fired. I was laid off, and it wasn't very nice. So I went back to life, and then again, 2014, I was fired again, and I was going to go crazy. I was just, yeah. And unfortunately, the city I was living in was very, very far away, very, very remote, and there was not a lot of people. I don't mingle a lot, but there was not a lot of people there. And God said to me, learn something. So that was how I started learning how to crochet. So I didn't go out to crochet because I wanted to make money. I didn't go out to crochet because I didn't even know what I was doing. So I just learned and I just started giving it out. And all it was at the beginning was just giving it out, giving it out. So then it became something else. So why I'm intentional about what I do is it has turned from, for me, it's not about making money most times. For me, it's about meeting people. That's what it was in the beginning. And then you were talking about health the last time. For me, I am intentional about what I do because of my health. I am very, very passionate. I overdo things. So 2 years ago, I overdid it. Now I have issues with my hand if I crochet too much. So I say to people, there is nothing that I cannot crochet, but there is a lot of things that I will not crochet. So I don't know if I answered your question. So I didn't start out with crochet because I wanted to make money. It was a means of mental health stability, and it has turned into something else. And it has helped me to know that there is something that you're very good at, that nobody else is good at it in the way that you are good at. And it has really helped me. So
Yes, I am so glad that I heard this from you. I remember, I want to be sure that you know Jonah's story, Jonah Hans.
yeah, I know Jonathan's, yeah.
Story. I think it was his story that first revealed to me that crafting could be deliberately used for healthcare.
Yeah, I agree.
And that was quite awesome for me. And then
Mm-hmm.
whenever I have a chat with creatives, I always want to ask that part of them. And a lot of people actually tell me this. Like, you just want to get out of hustling and bustling, you want to get out of what is troubling your mind, and then you get to create pieces that just gives you that joy and excitement.
Yep.
Now, to you, I am very happy, excited. I am always this way when I hear stories like this. And
Mm-hmm.
it's exciting to know that you took this deliberate decision, the steps to do this for yourself. You don't want to make money, but the truth, my darling sis, is what you're doing, what you're posting, and of course, now selling is a source of inspiration for a lot of people out there.
Mm.
It has given a lot of people positive options in life. That
Mm.
okay, she does it. She makes money. Different people to go into crafts for different reasons. You said yours. Some might just want to go into it for money making, business venture, and all of that, and it's working for them. So
Mm-hmm.
it is a good thing that you took that deliberate step. Yes, you did not have a background in it. I think that's kind of, you didn't start out to want to be a crocheter, but life happened, and I must express my gratitude to you again, that even when the no nos, like you mentioned, 2 jobs, the experiences there, you did not punish yourself for too long. I'm sure there might be moments of self-punishment, but you did not, you decided, because the truth is, I really want us to have this conversation, because the truth is, there are some people out there who are currently facing that you've already conquered.
Okay,
And
let me, okay, go on, you go on.
yeah, and the truth is, in that phase, you decided, because I listened to you carefully, you decided to learn something. And that story led you to crocheting. Am I right?
Okay, so that is the long and short. Yeah. But there are times when there are like dips and you are in a place where you're like, what am I doing here? Is it really worth it? And when you first reached out to me, I sent you to my story on YouTube. That I made that because I felt I needed people to know that there is a process. There is always a process. What people see is what they see now. And they're like, oh, I wish I can be like this. And I say to a lot of people, every step that I went through to get here, may the Lord help you to see it. And they're like, are you cursing me? No. Because if you don't go through the process, you will not really understand. Okay? So yes, I got laid off. Yes, I was home. Yes, and I started to crochet and I was giving up. There are days that my husband is like, okay, come, what is all this nonsense that we're doing? The whole house is filled with stuff that we're not going to use. I've met with rejection. Okay. I've met with disappointments. I've been broke. But all along, I've met with people that are like, okay, I've made mistakes. When I started saying I wanted to sell, I would give, when they said they want to pay me, let's say $20. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money. Then I get to where I want to buy the materials. I'm paying $50 to buy the material and everything like that. So it was a long journey. It is a process. But one thing that God has helped me to do is, this is a way you can influence people. This is a way you can share your journey with people. Let them see the steps. Don't jump any step. If you see my post that I made today, I was talking about mental health. I was talking about you need to take a break. You need to be able to say no. You need to be able to. So for me, yes, I'm intentional, and I'm intentional because there's a lot of the other thing out there. When you get to somebody's page or get to people's page, everything is paparazzi. They take only the best picture and post it there. And it's a pressure on somebody like me who, unfortunately, I like to compare myself with people. So I've decided that I want to be intentional about my life, if it is long, if it is short, but I want to enjoy it. When I am down, I want to enjoy being down. Like, don't feel like, hey. And when I'm up, I want. So that's yeah. So for people, there is a process. Everything is a process. Yes, I'm here today because God helped me. I didn't give up. And I have a lot of great support. I have people I can talk to. I have people that are like my pastor. When I first of all showed him, say, yes, good, you're crocheting. What are you going to do about it? Where is your website? And I work very hard. I work very, very hard. So let me stop there and let you ask another question. So there's a process.
Yeah.
There is hard work. There is support. Be intentional.
Yeah, and which is very, very accurate, like in line with what I was trying to pin out, because I actually wanted us to go to the background of what made you start crocheting. And it is loaded with inspirations. It is loaded with the fact of life, the reality of life. Like, and the reason why we're having this chat is to also inspire someone, even if they're going through what is not as bad as your situation then, or what is worse. They should just know that everybody has got their uniqueness, and it is now left for the individual to take decisive steps towards how
Yep.
they want the future to be for them. And that is
Yep.
exactly what you have done. And this is one of the reasons, many reasons, why you're being celebrated today, always being
Thank you.
appreciated, so that you know that people like me, we plenty where they watch you, where they hear you, where they root, where they love you, where they be like, ha, Lord God bless this woman. Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's just a soft, a gentle reminder that yes, I know I'm speaking on behalf of a lot, thousands of people, if not millions now, that are appreciating you. But you know, there is a little we can do from our corner. Maybe your page, you just like it, subscribe, follow, and all of that. But you need to hear it. You need to
Thank you.
hear it. You need to see the faces behind this appreciation so that in your quiet times you will always know that, or even when you know that moment will come, you'll be like, what's that they do safe? Better leave them, not do again. Those moments will always come. But when
Yep.
you remember that some of us are waiting, yeah, especially waiting that she will soon post. She will soon inspire us again. Don't disappoint us. So
We will not miss the mark. We will not disappoint ourselves.
all
Thank you.
right then. So let us go to that phase when you took the decision that you were going to learn. How did you? I like the sound of you had supports. Now I want you to take us there. Who were the people that supported, and then how did you start learning? How did you start taking those them further steps into learning, into practicing, and then what you do today?
Okay. So the first thing is what I've realized. I think I alluded to it before. What I've realized is, and I said this before to a group of people, we are all jumbled up together in a place. And when I was in secondary school, I had the best result in my school. Yeah. I had 7 A's and 2 C's. Yeah. And the 2 C's were in maths and physics because I just didn't understand it. And automatically, that meant you had to study medicine.
Mm,
There was that pressure. Okay. And
easy.
try to get into medicine, you couldn't get into it. So you ended up with chemistry. And in chemistry, you're doing maths, you're doing physics. Remember, those were my weak points. So I struggled through school. I struggled. And most people that we went to secondary school together would not believe it because they're like, Bisoye is brilliant. Bisoye is this. But I was struggling, you know. And so that was how university went. And with all the paparazzi of university and everything, and lecturers pressuring you, professors pressuring you, and you saying no, I ended up with a third class because I wouldn't say yes. Okay. So now see that from medicine, it was already, you know, and
Damn.
so, but I knew I wanted to be a market woman, you know, so I started selling stuff and everything and everything.
Sophisticated market woman.
So getting here, I got a job and then to get laid off and everything. So it was just like going down. And the first thing that happened to me was God said to me, said, when life throws you lemon, you make
Mm.
lemonade. And that was how I said, okay, these are lemons. I don't lemonade. Okay. Unfortunately, where I was living was remote. They had only one big shop. So I entered it and I bought something. And I went on YouTube and I started. I will make a mistake, I will redo it. I'll make a mistake, I will redo it. And then I met with people that I can give out to. Then it became not me again. It became, okay, there's an hospital that needs heart. What can you do? Then it became, there's a cancer patient that needs this. So it was taking my face away from me and putting it onto other people. That while I was going through what I was going through, there are people that can be blessed. I was not happy. I was still feeling sorry for myself, feeling like I've wasted my life. Why did I, all of those thinking. But when I sit down and I crochet, I channel my energy there. And then I just read a quote somewhere that said, if you take an elephant from the playing grounds and you put the elephant in the sea, the elephant will lose the race because it's not in its comfort zone. And I walked into a store and I saw, do more of what makes you sparkle. And that was it for me. And I'm like, you know what? This is me. Why am I comparing apples to oranges? You're different from me. You're very good at talking. I'm not good. It doesn't mean that I am bad. But our culture has jumbled us all together. There is a mold
This
that
is
we
the
all have
way.
to fit into. If you don't fit into that mold, if you don't make it at 40, if you don't get married at 12, if you don't, and it is a dangerous place to be, especially for ladies. I would say, I know men have their own too, but I can only speak to my own self. So the pressure was so much on me, and it wasn't really good. But now I'm in a good place. I can say I'm in a very, very good place. Very, very good place, because I don't care. Use your head to be working. I don't have to. But it wasn't that easy. So what I would say to people out there is, find something that you are good at and psych yourself for yourself. Now I have support. My husband is a great support. My kids are wonderful. My mom, beautiful, and I have a pastor. He has been there all through my university days. He has been there. It's like, Bisoye, you are a great person of influence. I couldn't see it then. So when I showed him what I was doing, he said, how do we take this from obscure to the world? And that is why I am here today. That's one of the reasons that I'm here today. And I think it has turned from me being dejected into me wanting to let people see how much they have in them and how much potentials that they have. So all of this is just fringe benefits to show that if you stay with him, if you hold on to what he has given you and you use it and you're consistent, deliberate consistency, people will come back. They will see you. You will blow. It might not be in the same way that you're expecting blowness, we all define success.
Society definition of blow.
So definition of your own success, it's really, really vital and important. The fact that you even saw my post and you decided that you wanted to talk to me, I have blown. No, I don't blow.
Hey, now me
So yeah.
blow to be talking to you right now. Now me blow. Wow, well done. Beautiful story, beautiful story. I think it needs to be well documented so that more people will get to read it and then hear it and then get inspired by it. But I am very confident as well that even with the little that you think you're doing in your corner, it has gotten to a lot of people and they are being inspired positively. Okay, so now when you were tutored online, and then I love the part when you said you were consistent about it. You make mistakes.
Oh yeah.
We should, I guess we cannot make noise. We cannot make too much noise about failing as a part of success story. We need to fail. Because it is in the attempt and persistence that you fail. And then failing should mean intentionally getting the lessons out of it so that by the time you try it again, you're not repeating the same mistakes that made you fail. Yeah, you've expressed this in your narration, and that is quite good. Now, I also love the part where you mentioned charity. Yeah, well, when you initially mentioned that you didn't set out to crochet for money, I was wondering where that would be linked to. But when you mentioned charity, that is just it. It just confirms that it is a skill that is from within you. So even when you get financial reward or not, that you make it and somebody uses it, somebody in need uses it, is enough satisfaction for you. And I think that is just superb. Now, the icing on the cake now is that you're making money with it. And that is just super good. Now, you expanding what are the challenges for you? I know it wouldn't have the challenge that we face here, and by here I mean especially Nigeria. I can speak for Nigeria, but
Mm-hmm.
judging by the crafters that I've spoken with, supplies have always been the challenge. For you, when you started out, aside the fact that you made mistakes at trying different patterns and all of that, what are the challenges that you faced when you were learning that you just made sure that you conquered those stumbling blocks and just went head on?
Um, I would say finances. Yeah,
Um,
finances, because I was out of a job. I wasn't making money and I was trying to learn, so finances was a huge thing because you need to decide, is this worth it? Should I be spending my money on this? And if it's not going to bring in money, why am I even doing this? Okay, so
mm,
finances was a huge one. Because most people think, oh, yeah, you are overseas, you have a lot of money. Yes, I have access to credit facility that I'm supposed to pay back after 30 days. If I don't pay it back, I pay huge amount of interest. You get my point. So you need to be sensible. So finances was one of it. I think the second thing for me was acceptance. I struggled with acceptance. I wanted people to like what I was doing. So when I show you and you do your face like, then I lacked confidence. And so when I make something and I give to someone and the person like, there was a time I sat down and I made, like, that was the first time I was going to make that thing, and I made it and the person looked at it and said, well, it's okay, but maybe I wouldn't have used that color. And it was like you put a pin into a balloon and I just felt, and in my head, I was like, oh, this is just trash. Until he told me again, said, what is your problem? You spent your time on this thing. It is your time. It is your thing. So I thought, okay, instead of me struggling with people accepting me, come, let me teach you. If I teach you, you to sit down and do that, and let us see how you would do. So so I said to be, okay, come, don't worry. You want poncho, Abi, it's okay. Because if I tell you this is how much I'm going to make poncho, and you say, is it not $10 or $5 that they sell yarn? And you're not
mm.
quantifying my brain, you're not quantifying my time. I said,
The
come, let me
time,
teach you. I will
patience.
teach you. I can teach you. Oh, I will teach you. And after a while, they're like, okay, I don't really know how to do this.
Mm.
So
That's
I
what you're
think,
thinking.
yeah. So I think acceptance, finances, lack of self-confidence. Those were the things that I had to deal with. And yeah, and it's still like, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right way to go? Yeah. So
So how did you take that deliberate decision to conquer it? Okay, let's start with the self-confidence thing. How did you make sure that you do not allow what people say or do, the faces they make, just keep you down?
it's a process. I'm still struggling, but it's one
Mm,
day at a time. It's one step after the other.
mm,
So I moved away from the remote place. I moved back to a bubbling place and I was doing my stuff. And I joined a lot of groups on Facebook. No, there are plenty. So I will post, I'll spend my time posting everywhere and then waiting. Yes, this person has commented. This person has commented. Oh, this person said this or this. Or you get to some groups, they'll say, you saw it over there. They'll ban you. All sorts of things. And little by little, I was hurting myself without even knowing, you know. And my husband would say, why are you doing this? Why? Why do they? But they need no. Why are they going to buy from you? I'm selling rice. I am showing you that you are selling rice. That this is the rice that I'm showing that I'm selling. Okay. Or I'm selling lace. I'm showing you that this is the lace that I'm selling. Is it that you can go and buy a better lace? Or you can just say, oh, that is a fine lace. No, take it from the people that are selling lace. Take it to the people that are doing party. and let them buy from you. Stop looking for approval from people. You are okay. You are okay. So I came up with Bisoye, face your lane, maintain your lane. You are doing well.
Maintain your
And
lane.
I speak to myself and I wake up and like, Bisoye, you are you are doing well. And I left those groups. I just deleted them all. So when I post my post and it's like 2 likes, I'll just like, Bisoye, you are doing well, don't worry, you are doing well. So for the self-confidence, I think we need to give ourselves more pats on the back. The fact that you can even get up and even try, you have won a great battle.
Yeah.
So that's it. There are days I still feel like, you're just a nonsense girl. What are you doing? And those days I speak to myself. I just watch movie. I just eat ice cream and watch movie. I beg and I So believe in yourself. Believe you're doing well. And Yoruba will say, "Nkan tó nígbà bá pe gbá ẹ̀, no máa bá pe." It is what you call yourself that people will call you. So wake up and call yourself a champion. And you are a champion. Even if they don't see it, you are a champion. In God's eyes, you're a champion.
Yeah, I Bill, which is what we hear these days, this digital age. You just have to package yourself, package way, so that when you package,
But
what
you don't want the packaging to just be a facade. You don't want it to be on the outside. When the packaging is from within, you don't have to speak. You don't have to say anything. They will see it. Be consistent, be confident, be true, be true, be true, be true. Don't be swayed by everything. Be true to yourself. The very few people, we don't all have to influence everybody in the world. If it's only one person that you have influenced, come on, you have done what you have come here to do.
it's a possibility that the one person would not influence millions of people. That success will still be traceable to you, and that is fantastic. I see comments coming in already, and I don't want to look another way. I see your comments, handmade by Obi. Yes, I don't believe it is she. She's just agreeing with you all the way, laughing all the way. It's
Support
fun
system.
to yeah. So thank you very much. We see you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. There are a lot of other oh yeah. My guest from last week is also here.
Yeah,
Adamu
just
Singh. Yes, I see her as well. I see a couple of other people. Thank you very much for joining in. Okay, so let's still go into your story. But now we are going into the business proper, because even though you did not set out to do business, but the business has found you, and it has given you a source of happiness. That delights me. That delights a lot of us that love you.
Yep.
And what are the services that you render? Sometimes when I go through your page, just like you said, you mentioned earlier on that there are some things you can do, but you will just choose not to do. So what are the things that you will list as your services? Do you train? What are your products? Do you just made I think I've seen table mats, I've seen a frame, I've seen a few things. I might not know what they are called. So tell us now, what are the services and products that you offer?
I crochet. I can crochet anything. Yeah. I'm open, I'm flexible. I can crochet anything, virtually anything. So I crochet a lot. I train now. I do virtual classes, and they're absolutely free. Yeah, for kids. I mentor. I mentor people, and I sell yarn. I sell yarn. I'm trying to learn how to sew better. Okay. And recently I've started selling other stuff. I make art, I make wall art from buttons and yarn. So I do all sorts. And then I crochet for charity. That's a passion of mine. I'm an advocate for homeless people. I am an advocate for them because in life you find yourself going on a straight road and something happens and you're derailed. And you're in a place where people are judging you for where you are at. And all you just need at that point is just grace to be able to find your way back. You understand? So I have a heart for such people. So I crochet for people like that. And what else? I sell yarn. I've said that before. I'm on Etsy. I sell on Etsy. I have a shop in Nigeria, and I collaborate a lot with people. So at first, people will ask me from Nigeria, can you make this for me? Can you make this for me? And I say, no, there are very talented people in Nigeria that I know can do it. So I stalk a lot of people. I do a lot of detective work. I stalk you. I want to know if I can trust you with people so that when someone comes and says, oh, Biso, I like what you're doing. Can you do it? And I can say, oh no, Joyce can do it. Or no, this person in battle can do it. Somebody calls me, Obiso, I want you to teach me. No, there's a time difference. I can send you someone that can do it, you know. So yeah, I do a lot, but majorly in Canada here, I sell yarn. I source for yarn. I'm always on the road looking for yarn. I built my shop. I built my stuff myself. And what else? I am Bobo Nishe. I am market woman.
Yeah,
What?
I think your people are already saluting you. Yalaje Worldwide, the sophisticated market woman. I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. A whole lot you're doing. Yeah, I actually wanted to ask about the source or the inspiration for the craze life of a crafter, but let's hold on to that. You mentioned you wanting to perfect your sewing.
Yep.
I thought that I was going to ask later about other things that you're good at.
Mm,
Crocheting. I know crocheting would also entail a lot of, especially for those who make bags, there
mm.
would be that skill set that you need for, there's different measurement pattern for bag making where you have to glue, attach the hook and all of that. I know there are sub skills that you need for some of the products that you make. Now, aside sewing, aside crocheting, are there other skills that you might just want to do, maybe just for the sake of it? Are there other skills that you have?
I love to garden and I cook a lot.
Ah,
I love to cook. Because I love to entertain people. I cook a lot. That part of me, not many people know, but the people that are close to me, they know that. So
now I
when
know
the
I'm visiting
when
next weekend.
when the craze enter my head,
Mm.
I can cook for a whole city without getting tired. It's still all part of discovering. You remember what I said? Here that we are in Canada, when they want to graduate high school, they'll have this yearbook where they will put the person that is most likely to succeed, the person that's most likely to become a doctor, this person. And I know of a fact that most of my classmates, the person that is most likely to succeed, to become a doctor, I will be one of them. So that is a high thing that I never really achieved. I only have BSc. I didn't even do masters. Eh? Most of my friends, they have done PhD. So that is the society. You understand? But where is Bisoye in that? She's here. She's not even on the scale at all. But I found out that when I cook and people come, it is something else. Eh? That one will not be on my CV, but I am enjoying life. You know, I love to garden. I love to garden. So every spring, I bring out my pots, and it teaches me that we only have like 2 or 3 months or 4 months that is very beautiful. It teaches me to appreciate life. Now it's dangerously cold. It's very, very cold. When I say this, it's my journey is just one day at a time. Every day is a fresh start. I wake up today, oh, I'm alive and well. What is today going to bring? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? If it is bad, God help me. If it is good, yes, let's take it on. And that is how I got to everything that I have here. That is how I got it. It's step by step. So I learned how to crochet. Was giving it out. It was too much. My pastor said, build a website. I built a website. And a friend of mine said, are you on Instagram? Like, what is Instagram? So I came on Instagram. And then I went on Twitter. And the thing was, okay, anywhere that you go, make sure that people can there is consistency. So I had to have a logo. And so that if you go on Pinterest and you see that logo, you know it's Handcraftdluv. So more or less, it was helping me to build a business, a solid business. Not because I set out to, okay, I have a proposal. It was day by day by day. That girl that you see in that picture there, a lady called me from Nigeria and said, Bisoy, I love what you're doing. I have a goddaughter. I want you to crochet something for her. And I did. And so I sent it to her. She bought 2. And I sent it to her. And the girl is now 5 years old. They now took her to the studio to take a picture. And they sent me that picture. I was like, wow. And you know what I did? I made more things. I sent it to Nigeria and I called them and I said, I want you to take this girl back to the studio. I will pay for it. Go and do a photo shoot. I want her to be the face of Handcraftdluv. Did I get money out of it? No. Did I get what I was looking for? Because I have 2 boys, I don't have girls. My boys, they don't want to wear what I'm making. But what am I trying to say? Sometimes you need to do some things that will not bring you money because you are prepping.
Immediately.
Because you are prepping for something. You know?
Yeah.
So, and you need to be, I've spoken to a lot of people, you need to be consistent in your story. Don't let them get to your page and it is, if I catch this person and then that person, don't follow challenge that doesn't make sense. But be true to yourself. Someone has called me from Nigeria and said, I want you to make bikinis for me on a large scale. And I said, I can do it, but I won't do it. It's because you won't be able to pay. I know people in Nigeria that will do it, and they do it very well. So I called 2 or 3 people from Nigeria, and I said, okay, come. This is what we are working on. And one thing, let me just quickly go back. Before that time, God said to me, he said, you're ashamed of me. I said, how now? He said, you cannot say on your page that you are not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. I said, I will do it. So when you see me put songs, and I'm relating to God, it is me obeying. And I put it there. And when this person now called me, the person said, Bisoy, I've been to your page. It's not really business-like. There's a lot of different things that is not really business. And I said, what do you mean? He said, like all the songs that you put. And I said, if that person does not like me the way I am, that I love God, they cannot do business with me. See, prosperity will come. Lifting will come. But will you forget your source? So, me, I'm on a journey. Me, I'm learning every day. And I want my life at the end of it all to be not just about paparazzi, but about the depth. Yeah? Impacts that it makes in people's lives. There was a time someone came to me and said, you don't have enough followers. Remember I said I needed acceptance. I wanted it. You don't have enough followers. Why don't you join this place? And then people will join you. And I thought, oh yes, it's good though. So immediately I clicked join or follow or whatever. Come and see them. They're plenty. But the idea is I'm supposed to follow them. So I went to the pages I'm supposed to follow.
What
So I unfollowed though. And I rest my case. And I sat down. And I am waiting. And if it is only one person in this whole wide world that my life has impacted, or more, I have made it. So be true to yourself. Define who you are. Nǹkan tó ní gbá bá pe gbá ẹ̀, no máa bá pé. Stay true to yourself. Prosperity will come. Be consistent. Be deliberate. Be professional. There is no skill that is lost. When I got here, I worked in a call center for 4 years. They will call. These people can yab you, eh? They will yab you. They will yab your father. But it was teaching me patience. Now I have my own business. And when you go to my Etsy page and you're reading people's reviews, they're like, great customer service. Oh, she's always this. She's always that. But when I was going through it, no, it wasn't easy. And one thing I've learned is there is nothing that you cannot use. There is nothing you're going through that God cannot use. I know Nigeria's setting is different from here. But the basics of humanity is the same anywhere you go to. So when I talk to people, they're like, yeah, in overseas and this and that. No. Hard work is still hard work. Disappointment is still disappointment. Planning is still planning.
Wow. See me, I just stayed glued, my ears up, enjoying it. What you're saying, fantastic. Your crash story is, in fact, for me, I have made notes, and it is a story worth sharing over and over again. In fact, I'm super delighted that I invited you to have this chat with me, because honestly, please believe me, you have blessed me with some deep words, with some deep messages today. I know I've heard this phrase over and over again, this Yoruba phrase, "Nǹkan tó ní gbá." Please, let us translate. "Nǹkan tó ní gbá bá pe gbá ẹ̀, láyé máa bá pe." That is, it is how you project yourself that people will see you. Or more like, there is another one, you need to dress the way you want to be addressed. Is that the same thing?
I think it's deeper.
It's deeper.
Yeah? It is deeper. The depth of it is, I've made that analogy. I said, if you take a gold plate and you put it in the bathroom, people will use it and bath. If you bring the bathroom thing, yeah, and you bring it into the living room and you dress it properly, somebody would have finished eating amala in it before they know it is from the toilet.
Yeah.
You know, when I was going through everything I was going through, there was a time at work just before, you know, here, you will know when they want to lay you off, when they start misbehaving. When there's a meeting and you are not at the meeting and you're hearing about the meeting later, when they're moving you to another floor and you're the last person to hear, and you now get upstairs and most people are saying, and they're saying, oh, this window place is mine, this is mine, and then they now take you to a very small place and say, the Oga said you should take this one. And I looked at the girl, I said, the Oga said? She said yes. And at that time I felt myself deflating, and the Holy Spirit said, wait. Then Obama was still president, said, if they take Obama from White House and he goes to Ajegunle or he goes underground, does it change the fact that inside of him he knows that he is Obama? If they take somebody from wherever and put that person in the White House, does it change the fact that he's just in the White House? He hasn't been. And he said, what you have inside of you, regardless of where you are, it doesn't change. My dear, that day, and I said to myself, this is my small room. I will make it a place where people that are in the big rooms, they will want to come and visit. And that was what I did with my office. Come and see. I just had a bowl of sweets on my table. On my wall behind me, I put, "Don't worry, be happy." And I was always playing music. And I
What is
had a
what is
chair.
what is that? What is that? Is it paper flower or crochet stuff?
This is yarn. And this is a
I'm not
wreath.
sure.
This is a wreath.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, so after that time, people started, when they're going on their way to their offices, they would just stop by and say, "Can I sit for a while?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, why not? Sit down." It's me that had the smallest place. So what you have on your
Hmm.
inside, define yourself. They will align.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
deep in, I was still crying, but on the outside, you know, you have to,
Hmm.
you know.
You're doing so well, regardless of if you have moved beyond people validation. And that, I think that is one key thing. I had that too. I'm also getting out of it. You know, I make beautiful pieces sometimes, and then I be like, "Ugh, go that." So until somebody else now say, "Oh, it is beautiful," that is when I will now join in saying it is beautiful. So I'm
Mm,
changing the narrative for myself now. And of course, hearing other people's story, I know that I am not alone in that space. And it is the grace of God that would definitely make one get out of it. Thank you very much for sharing this with interesting family with good thing today. All the comments are just popping in, and I am loving them. Thank you very much for your participation and your comment. Prayers are also coming in. I am sure you can see them. This one just coming in says, "May God continue to showcase you in Jesus' name." I say a big amen to that. Yeah, when lines continue to fall, this is from me now. May line continue to fall in the right places for you by the special grace of the Almighty.
amen.
Just keep doing what you do. One promise I just want you to make is that you don't stop. Please don't stop. Because as you do this and as you share it, it definitely inspires someone. Of course, we should give kudos to whoever is building on this technology that is connecting us in these ways, and that is making us see you from far away, that you are from far away, that I am. And one more thing, I must not forget the craze life of a crafter. Now, is that a mantra that you created for yourself, aside for the fact that you have this do what makes you sparkle? I'm more familiar with do what makes you happy, but sparkle, that's another a notch higher. What is this? I also have my sources of inspiration, sources of smile. I'm guessing that the creates life of a crafter is your own source of something somehow. Am I right?
It is actually the crazy life of a startup entrepreneur, because
Oh, okay.
it is crazy. One day is not like the other one. And one day you wake up, you're very happy. The next day you wake up, you're broke. Another day you wake up, you feel like nothing in the world makes sense. The other day you wake up and you have just made $1 billion. Next day you wake up, you are running helter skelter to buy yarn. Another day your stuff is stuck with the customs and they won't release it until you pay a lot of money. So it's a crazy life. And you're a startup entrepreneur. There are people ahead of you that has done wonderful things, that are doing well, and you're trying to catch up. So it's a crazy life. And I wake up when I'm like, oh my God,
Ah.
it's a crazy life. I'm an entrepreneur. It's crazy. And then after that, I now tell you the message I'm trying to pass across today. Like today, I said the crazy world, or the crazy life of a startup entrepreneur. Take a rain check. It's okay not to be okay. So it's a crazy
Mm.
life, but sometimes it's okay to just take a break. Or fresh
Yeah.
start. Yes, it's a crazy life, but it's a fresh start today. And today we move.
Hmm.
So it's
Hey, my sister, I guess you will be a fantastic selection for, well, we have overused motivational speaker, so I prefer Yeah, because you're very deliberate. Aside the fact that you're even deliberate with your crafting lifestyle, you're also deliberate with your choice of words, with your choice of messages. It's like, I know it is not true, but the way I'm listening to you is like you have a script there. Like you already have the questions I'm going to be asking, and then you're just reading all the pages of the book. But it is just super delightful to know that it's very believable that it is your lifestyle, it is you, and then it's coming so naturally from the depth of your heart, and it is just amazing. I am so glad this day happened. We have less than 5 minutes. I'm so glad that this day happened. Before I make us say our goodbyes for this chat, please remind us again what you do. Yeah, and of course the contacts. I know you have a YouTube channel, Pinterest. Give us the details of all of this, how we
There's a
can
link.
contact you.
There's a link in my bio.
Okay.
It's a link tree link. Once you click on that, it takes you to everywhere you can find me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, on YouTube, on
Mm-hmm.
Pinterest, of course on Instagram, and I'm on Etsy, and we have a website in Nigeria. I have a shop that sells yarn in Nigeria. I teach,
Where exactly?
it's in Ibadan, but we
Really?
yeah, but we send it to you from Ibadan. Then I have vendors. I sell wholesale to people that can resell to you. And I collaborate, like I said, I collaborate with a lot of people. So if you're into any kind of crafts in Nigeria and it's something that I'm interested in, I stalk you and then I can collaborate with you. Yeah. So yeah. I do a lot
Oh,
of referrals. I do a lot of referrals. I mentor. I run crochet classes for kids, adults. So that's
well
me.
done. Well done. So excited. Today, the 13th of February, 2021. Wow. The day, what's that composition we used to write in school then? The day I will never forget, or something like that. For a good chat. Thank you very much for granting my invite. Thank you very much for
Thank you for
sharing.
having me.
In fact, you have just dropped touches of inspiration on me, and I'm sure for a lot of people. This is going to be shared on Instagram, IGTV, and of course later on YouTube. And I know that it will bless more people. Thank you very much. Keep doing
Thank you.
what you're doing. And always remember, even if it is just a statement that you would remember, we love you, we appreciate you, and please, you inspire us. Don't stop. Boo.
God will help us all. Thank you very much for
God
having me.
willing.
God bless
Yeah,
you.
God bless. Regards to the
Okay.
family.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wow, that was loaded. Oh man, I'm sure you must have enjoyed the chat as much as I did. Big thanks to once again to Abisui, and of course to the crocheting world, to the crocheting industry, to the crochet community. I say keep crocheting, keep crafting, and please do not stop. Until I come your way again next week on another episode of the Crafters Chat with Zazee, I remain Zazee. Please stay safe. Cheers.